Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shai, and in this video I want to share with you something very special that took me a lot of time to actually share it with anyone. I was so ashamed from that. It took me several months of traveling and going through many processes to actually do it and share with the world, actually in YouTube, in my channel, this video. So back in the beginning of 2019, this year, in the midst of my traveling, I've been in India and I traveled to Rishikesh for 1 month of free satsangs with a great spiritual master, Mooji. And for those of you who doesn't know, Mooji is a great spiritual teacher. He's been teaching for many years. He's been a disciple of Papaji, learned a lot from Ramana Maharishi. So I had the privilege to actually go and attend most of his satsangs in this amazing month, and I actually had the privilege to ask him a question. I really wanted to share that with you. Today is October of 2019, almost the end of the year, and I've been through so many things ever since that my perspective changed since the time when I asked the question. But it's still a fascinating conversation, and I hope you like it. In the next video, I will share also the story behind this one and the story that continued after the question, because an amazing thing happened right after our conversation. India is full of surprises, as you all know. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified about new videos, and obviously hit that bell button to get notified about the next video in which I'll share the continuation of this story. So I hope you guys will enjoy the conversation with Mooji, and let me know in the comments below, what would you say to Mooji? How would you react, and do you agree or disagree with the content of the conversation between us? And don't forget to like if you like this video. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy. Thank you so much, Mooji.
Thank you.
I've been waiting for so long to ask this question. It's very important to me.
Okay.
For quite a while, I've been walking on earth feeling almost fearless. I feel like I can manifestation and just living with my passions in life and just walking around, I feel light. And what I find the most difficult for me right now is I came to the realization that I used to think that time is the most important thing in life.
Time, you say?
I used to believe that time is the most important thing in life, but now I came to realize that time is just a human invention, and actually what is the most important thing and the most precious currency that I have is awareness, the way what I'm putting effort into, putting attention on. So my question is, what is worth my attention? What is worth my perception? And in that sense, in every decision-making junction that I have, what should actually be my compass? Is it just like I feel a lot of enjoyment in everything that I do in life, and I just feel like I'm gradually more and more synced into the synchronization that I feel. Just everything happens right in the right time, and the more and more I go in life, I feel like I let my intuition, just my energy, my frequency, to lead me on this path. So I would really love to hear what do you think about what is worth our attention?
Okay, thank you. It is very important to be very clear as to what you mean when you refer to yourself in the form I. You know, what you're speaking throughout my life, and my life is, just feel like it's a play of synchronicity and this, and everything is like a balance of energy, and it's just really enjoying. And I used to think that time was the most important thing, but actually I'm finding that the more important thing is the use of my, what did you use the word?
Awareness,
Yeah,
attention.
Awareness, attention, you see. Is there a difference between awareness and yourself when you say is my awareness? Is awareness something that is possessed by you? I have to come this way for a bit, and it will become more clear in a second. Because how it feels is that there's a fairly firm, strong sense of identity, an identity that is graced in a sense of synchronicity. It's moving, it's enjoying its existence, and so on. But it is feeling that it needs something more. And it seems as though you're saying that I really need to be more grounded in something. So could you speak a little bit again for me?
Yes. I think I can understand what you're saying, and I was actually thinking that this would be a proper response, because the I that is speaking about the awareness, I feel like it can be detached from any emotion or like any
Are you speaking as that, or you think speaking about that?
As.
You're speaking as that. Okay. Okay. But there's an awareness that you're speaking as that.
I feel like it's from.
It's from the.
It's from.
So awareness itself is speaking.
Yes.
Okay. Is awareness by itself concerned about synchronicity and time and?
Thank you. I feel like the awareness itself has no feeling. It doesn't want anything. But I feel like there's something inside of me that is, there's like the awareness, and then there's some filter that says like, all right, but now what? Like, where do you want this awareness to be headed? And I feel like there's a kind of a, thank you for that, there's like kind of a distance between them, the awareness that just enjoying everything, but there's something that wants it to be directed into some point, something. Right. So I don't know how to solve this.
So awareness then becomes a kind of commodity or a medium. I'm just slowly looking, because I understand how that can be felt like that. But then we are speaking of awareness like as a kind of commodity or a medium that needs to be directed somewhere. But can we isolate and say the awareness, is it limited in any way at all? I mean, in terms of its volume, is it short in any way?
No.
Yeah. Because you see, we can have a concept about awareness. We can have a thought about awareness. So effectively, we turn awareness into a thing that we can go to and look and make use of. But you who would be speaking about awareness, are you beyond awareness? Or are you probably an image formed in the awareness, as all images would be? I think we need to get somewhere with this.
It's amazing. I've been waiting for a long time for this. So thank you. I feel like I said before, I feel like there's the awareness, which is boundless, which is not experiencing fear.
Yeah. Is it speaking about itself right now?
No.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to say, that there's the awareness and there's like the some kind of a filter that refers back to the awareness.
Okay.
It's like a lawyer that.
Yeah. So we can in a sense, can we say that from the awareness itself that manifests as a kind of conscious presence. This I think we can go a little bit like this. From the pure awareness, which is beyond need and intention or so on, but it's not dead. something feels that awareness is dead. It doesn't want anything. It's not passionate. It's a nice place, really. But it doesn't have passion. It doesn't have desire. It doesn't want to motivate and move in life. So something does. Something appears like that. And I would say it is this seed of I amness, the sense in which we know that we exist, the feeling of existence in the body, that seems to have a play of autonomy, and that it has intelligence and the ability to reflect and discern and so on. So it is at the very bridge between the unmanifest pure awareness and the beginning of life in the world, and the dynamic expression of living and accomplishing and doing and tasting all the diversity from all the seeds of life. So that aspect we know because we are experiencing that now. We come here, I'm in Rishikesh, we're doing this, I'm feeling really good, I like to be by the Ganga, So all that experiencing capacity, the diversity within it, I sometimes, for my own sake, I prefer to call that's the experience inside the theater of consciousness. Sometimes you may call it the God's Leela or something, the play of God, in which we have the sense of individuality. There's myself and others. There's some things I don't know and some things I wish to know. And all of this can come there. But that is not something that the pure awareness of itself needs or wants. Okay? So it feels like we are two-aspected. We are aware of this pure awareness field, but we are more attracted, the we now, meaning our conscious self in expression as existence, we are attracted to that feeling of existence and where that existence wants to direct its attention and the desires that it's come. So I feel it's
so much so. I feel like it's funny. I feel like there's like if I like to observe the two entities, the awareness and the lawyer.
From where would you be standing to observe both?
From an identity from identity.
Yes.
Just for the purpose of some kind of...
Is identity a reliable enough tool to gauge the reality of either?
It's changing all the time.
Yes. And its changefulness is observed by what?
By the awareness, the pure one.
Yes, yes. But still, we are still referring to awareness as though it's just segmented somewhere else, and there's my light, there's me, and then there's all of this potential to blossom and, no, it's fine, because that experience feels authentic for nearly everyone. No? I'm aware that I've got a life, and I'm practicing spirituality, I'm developing a certain intuitiveness or powers, and I'm making my way to God, not too fast, but, just going, or whatever it is. I'm enjoying my existence, I'm loving the play of transcendence, it's just wonderful, I love all this spirituality and so on. And then there is behind me, somehow, there's this big awareness, but I know I'm that, but I'm not ready to just be that. I have a lot of things to do, people to see, places to go, things to, So we know this play, and it, it's not a trick, it is that too. But what I would want to say is that none of this is possible without the awareness itself. You cannot have all of that without awareness. You may be unaware of your awareness, but you cannot be nor have any of this without awareness. You see? It's like you can exist without all this mind stuff, but this mind stuff cannot exist without you. Okay? You must judge which is the greater, which is the most stable. So while this virility is inside the consciousness to proliferate, to grow, to capture, to experience, to evolve, and all this dance, then it is not so appealing to be guiding you back to the awareness self, unless all of this play, this excitement, this dance, this power of life, which is an expression of life also, that there is within that a little button that I can touch, and you realize, but it's true, I'm really just here. And this dance of manifestation and so on, it's fine, but it's not fine when I, the pure consciousness, I'm experiencing a state of hypnosis where I believe I am mostly this. You see? But I don't know how we're going to come to that, because often it's when the beings, the manifestation of consciousness, begin to suffer the manifestation in a way. They're struggling, that the projections don't work, the things are not working, you know? This is kind of like fertile soil for transitioning into higher states of consciousness, because something wants to just enjoy. It wants to enjoy through the senses, wants to enjoy through the mind, it wants to adventure, it wants to create, it wants to go, until at some point in the manifest realm, it begins to lose its power to proliferate in that way, and it's brought back to its knees, and it begins to look again in a new way. So I don't want to interfere with that. If someone say, but I'm happy, I don't know, I'm not ready to be in the stillness of consciousness, I may say, listen, your take on pure awareness is illusory. Because the invigorated being is going, no, but the awareness is fantastic, it's absolute, but I'm not ready, because that's just being still. That is not an assessment of awareness.
I feel like, yeah, for sure, I've been suffering for a long time, and just recently I've been acknowledging that and acting upon it, traveling the world and quitting the job and a lot of the things, but still I just yesterday I just walked back home from Ramjula, and I felt really like the manifestation is not something happy or something exciting. It's just me walking all the way, you know, without a rickshaw, without anything, and I felt like something very pure, just walking, not expecting anything, just like when I sit in meditation, or just the sense of waiting, but nothing is expected to be happening, so I'm just like there.
That's fine, that's fine. As yet, one has not established in the awareness, you know. That's not. I'm just saying, you know, that may happen, because in that natural state, it's not against activity. Not against activity. It's almost you go back and you're stripped of all your dreams in some way. You become so pure, you know? And then you go back into the field. It's very different. Your reference to self as an individual account feels very weak, because one experiencing from a space of totalityness, I don't know, but I cannot convey this with the mind. One does not find fault with the world particularly. It understands that it is the mechanism of consciousness in its dance as karma and the unfolding drama of the universe. Right in the same earth, we're all experiencing it differently, but the one who is awake has brought heaven to earth, in a way, and still is not even attached to that. You understand? I'm not presenting it, oh wow, yeah, I want some of that. No, I'm just saying that gradually something is coming into pure seeing that is not based on the experiences of personhood. Everything is being experienced somehow, but nothing sticks. In fact, nothing sticks now. Yesterday, wherever you might have been, you may have met people, you look in their eyes just like we're looking at each other right now. You may have had a feeling, you may have felt, wow, man, I'm so happy to meet you. But that was yesterday. And today, it's not like this. It's a fresh discovering. You can't turn back and pick up something from yesterday and show a sample of it today. Everything is like a cloud passing. Everything is like a cloud passing. Some pass very quickly, some very slowly. But awareness is like the sky, unchanging. Is awareness against clouds? Not at all. Can clouds hide the awareness? From what? From awareness? Or from some other point?
Is it apathic to the clouds?
Is it?
Apathic to the clouds? Like it doesn't really care about the clouds?
Actually, it's a good point. It doesn't care passionately. It cares in its natural harmony. It's like Papaji once say, if the hand puts food in the mouth, should the mouth say thank you to the hand? They are one. They are one. So you come to see, when I say life takes care of life, it's not passionately, it's just like this. It cares. And it's not dry, you know. It is full of completeness in every way. So it's not that it doesn't care. I'm happy that you say that, because it's a very popular statement to say awareness doesn't care whether you live or die. And so it's not really true. It's not the way. It's not that. We are speaking a very different way. Awareness is what we are. Awareness doesn't call itself awareness. The word awareness we use this term from consciousness to speak like on behalf of the Absolute. The Absolute is not something like this, but something like this might momentarily appear in the Absolute spaciousness. But it cannot be defined by any shape or size or activity. It is our natural state. It's our natural state. But while we have the passion of life, the life force, and the power to imagine and to project, we, the consciousness, in our temporary aspect, as personhood, are deeply fascinated by our sense gratification, sense objects, senses, the ability to imagine, to dream, to experience, to interpret, to discern. All these forces are playing, and we are very attracted to the dynamic expression of consciousness. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. It is consciousness operating, causing this whole system to function like that. And everything in its right moment. The place you are speaking from, maybe someone would be aspiring to reach to that place. But the one who truly sees is not aspiring for anything. Like the sun is not aspiring for anything, it's not even shining. And yet, because it is, all life comes into play. Yourself is like this, but it's very difficult to appreciate this from the place of the mental understanding. So this is why it is good that we are slowly deconstructing of our delusion thoughts and coming into, like a Polaroid, coming into the clarity of your true self. Maybe we cannot take it full blast all at once, unless those who can take it happen like that. We are gradually reacquiring the taste for what you are. You see? We're coming a bit out of this play of diversity, orientation. Nothing is wrong with diversity. But when the one who we take ourselves to be is attached to so many things and so on, then we are not experiencing the fullness of who we are. So it's just like that. Each one at this present stage of looking, it's okay up to a point. When people come and they say, I am kind of stuck with this and I want to go beyond this, then I may feel that there's a richness of conversation that could really empty out into ultimate seeing. And why not? Mm-hmm. Because of the use of the mind, we take what we think and what we value through the mind as being almost, it's necessary, it's needful, it's so important, it's essential. That when you wake up to the truth of yourself, the pleasures of the mind is a very small thing. A small thing. Yet it doesn't curse this small pleasure. It puts it there. So I can't speak effectively about it. All I can say, if there is within you the urge to discover, grace has put it there, and grace will act through whatever it is to bring you more deeply into the core of your own being, consciously, you know? Mm.
I feel like the sky and the clouds are in harmony, just naturally.
The clouds are?
The clouds and the sky are just in harmony, just naturally flowing. So
Yes, yeah.
it's thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yes. If the clouds and the sky are one and flowing in a natural harmony, and it is perceived like that, then the place of perceiving is more pure.